Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to online classes and have a pleasant morning to all of you. Now, I, Ajay Kumar, your English teacher, is now going to teach you the final part of the chapter. Yes, what is the chapter name? Do you remember? Yes, Children at Work. And this is from class 8 supplementary NCRT book, right? So, do you recall? Let us, summarize the two part which we have learned. In first part, we have seen like when Velu runs from the home to Chennai, he meets a girl named Jaya. In the second part, we have seen when Velu follows the girl Jaya, they goes for like as a dinner or food somewhere, that is a committee hall where marriage was taking place. And then after uh, Jaya asked him that she'll go to dump her sack since it was filled to her home, right? So till here we have learnt. Now let us conclude the whole story in the final part. So the keywords first, there is a row of huts near some dirty puddles. Outside one of the huts, Jaya dumps her sack. Grateful to his friends, Velu thinks of the days ahead. So these are the things coming in the story. Now let us start with the reading. Jaya and Velu walked along the roads for half an hour until they came to a bridge across a dirty trickle of water. Be in triple cane now. See, that's Buckingham Canal, said Jaya. Well, stared. This was a canal? Near some puddle of water was a row of strangest huts he had ever seen. They were built but all sorts of things. Sorry, they were built out of all sorts of things: metal sheet, tires, bricks, wood, and plastic. They stood crookedly and looked as if they would fall any moment. So, in this para, the author and the writer of this story says that when the character Velu goes with Jaya, when he follows Jaya towards her home, they have to cross a bridge, and after that, finally, when they have reached to the across a bridge, somewhere it was like as a trickle water was वहाँ पे जमा हुआ था, गंदा पानी था और उसके बगल में एक छोटा सा हट जैसा था बना हुआ. We all have seen it in our society as well. In cities, it is very common to find out. And the place name was, it was a very famous place, Buckingham Canal. It was exactly a canal, right? And when they reached there, Jaya said, look, this is my house, this is where we live, I live, right? So when Jaya said this, Velu was actually confused, or you may call it shocked, because he have never seen a canal like this in his village, right? And the things around that hut or house was quite different. He has never seen in his village. Whatever he has seen, like house made up of mud and thatches and leaves and all that, but here it was quite different. Like the houses were made of the metal sheets, even with the help of tires, bricks, woods, and plastic, which are all going to like it was just you can say एक के ऊपर एक ऐसे रखा हुआ था. It was not like quite it was not like you can say stronger. Even if high blow of the air may take it out somewhere, इसको उड़ा के लेके चला जाएगा. So it was like that only. So he was like shocked and he was staring crookedly मतलब सीधा देख रहा था उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि कब ये गिर जाएगा. He was in two minds that time, and that's why he asked some question. Now let us read. And this where you live? Is this where you live? These houses are strange, said Velu. In our village, the houses are made up of mud and palm leaves. So when he saw that house, he asked from the Jaya about the process, how the houses were made, and was this the house only where she used to live. And he also explained about his house in the village. So Jaya then went around to one of the huts and dumped her sack outside. Then she picked up an empty one. Let's go. She turned to Velu and gave him a shove. At least help me now. Here, bear this and come with me. She threw him a pair of an old shoes without laces and pushed a sack and a stick into his hands. Velu was confused. What work did she want him to do with these things? So when Velu asked the question from Jaya didn't care about these all things, and she told him that okay, come to my house, and she took him to her hut. And when they reached to the hut, she first of all dumped means to keep the bag was what she was carrying from outside. So she kept their bag and she picked up one empty bag because she has to go again to collect the garbage, right? And she told even to Velu that she gave a pair of shoes and she asked him to get ready because he has to now work with her. So when Velu got those shoes, he was actually in two minds. He was quite confused that what he has to do. He was not understanding completely. Now he is going to become a rag picker. This was not in his mind even. So he asked the question again, right? Velu was confused and he asked the question, what work did she want him to do with these things? She gave a stick in his hand and जैसे लकड़ी पकड़ के चुनना होता है बहुत सारे कूड़े के ढेर में से. So that's why she gave him a stick and bag also, to after collecting that he will keep those things into that bag. Now the only work he had ever done was on the landowner's farm, weeding and taking cows out to graze. Are there any farms in the city? He asked Jaya. Now here you can see the word meaning, that is crookedly, not straight. Shove means push, thoda धक्का देना. Weeding is the working in a field, removing grass or digging. ठीक है? So this is the word meaning. She laughed and thumped her stick on the ground. Farms? There are no farmers here. We are rag pickers. Rag pickers? See my sack full of things I collected. Collected? From where? Asked Velu. From rubbish bin? Where else? You collected rubbish? Velu had never heard of such a thing. So in this para we can see when Jaya asked Velu to work on with him, with her, and when she gives him the bag and a stick to go on with her, he said actually he was looking for the landowners, right? And he recalled his memory that how he was doing work in his village of weeding and taking the cows out to graze in the field. So that's why he asked about the farms in the city. Then Jaya replied, and Jaya replied sarcastically. Now she was knowing that there is no farm here and there are no such landowners present here in this big city. So she thumped her stick once on the ground, and then after she told her that we are rag pickers, not the worker of any landowners. We are not going to work in the field. Then Velu asked, "What are the rag pickers?" Then she pointed out towards the bag and she told, "So, if you want to know what are rag pickers, look into my bag. See my sack. You will find many things I have collected." Now, Velu asked, "Collected? From where you have collected?" Then Jaya replies, she told she has collected it from rubbish bin. कूड़े का जो डब्बा होता है उसमें से, कचड़े के डब्बे में से कलेक्ट किया है, और कहाँ से? So you collect rubbish. Then Velu again asked from Jaya that you are collecting जो कूड़ा कचरा होता है उसको कलेक्ट कर रहे हो, गार्बेज कलेक्ट कर रहे हो. And Velu said that he had never heard of such things. इस तरीके के बारे में तो उसने सुना ही नहीं है गांव में. Now let us read the final part. Ay, blockhead. It's not any rubbish. Only paper, plastic, glass, such things. We sell it to Jam Bazaar Jaggu. Velu was puzzled. He had heard of people throwing away rubbish, but why would anyone want to buy rubbish? Who is Jam Bazaar Jaggu? Why is he buying all this? You think he buys it for show? He sells it to a factory. Come on, I don't have time to waste like you. Velu did not move. He had not run away and come to this new place to dig through garbage bins. Jaya poked at him with her stick. Look here, she shouted. If someone gets there before us, we don't get anything. Don't just stand there posing. Big hero, I'm trying to help you. Who filled your stomach today? Velu scratched his head and sighed. I'll do it for now, he thought, until I find a better job. So in this final para, when Velu says that he has never heard such things in his life earlier, then some irritation comes in Jaya's mind and she says blockhead. Blockhead. ठीक है. That means बिल्कुल तुम्हारे दिमाग में कूड़ा भरा हुआ है, तुम बिल्कुल नहीं समझ रहे हो. Like this type of sentiment was there. And she says that it is not any rubbish. ये कोई कूड़ा कचरा नहीं है. इसमें what is there? Like only paper, plastic, glass, such things are there, and they are going to sell it in Jam Bazaar Jaggu because they are the recycler one, and they are not the exactly recycler one. They are the purchaser, and then they'll sell it to the company, okay, factory, which will where they will recycle it again for reuse. So these all things, when she explained to Velu was like scratching his head, and he thought of to do the work for some time, because he was not having any other option to stay in the town, and this was only the way he can survive in the big town. So he thought to continue, and he thought to help her, accompany her, and he decided that he'll continue this work till the time he is not finding a better job. So dear student, now I believe you have understood this story completely. Now you can imagine that whether Velu has got his better job in his future or not. This is a story which is not completed. It is left for wandering. Okay, and we'll do now question answer of this chapter. If you are having any question, you may text me back. I'll reply the answer, and we'll read another chapter from the main book next week. Till then, bye, take care, and have a nice day. Thank you.